It's finally here, the 5th and final season of 2021, topping off Sea of Thieves' biggest year ever. But is this the icing on the cake, or is Season 5 the biggest letdown of the year? Let's find out. Wait, there's something missing here. What could it be? No, there's definitely something. Can't quite put my finger on it. Whatever happens, I'm quietly confident that the Captaincy update will be coming in Season 5, or if not, Season 6 at the latest. And I will do my review of Season 5 in a clown suit if that's not the case. Here's hoping I won't be wearing that. Oh, right. Fine then. A deal's a deal. Firstly, Season 5 is a mixture of small features rather than big activities like Season 3 and 4. Think of this as Shrouded Spoils 2.0. Sort of. There's no new voyage or tall tales, event or trading company, but more mechanics instead. We'll start with looking at burying treasure. Instead of digging up treasure, we can finally bury our own hoard in our 3.5-year-old pirate game. Hooray! When you bury a piece of loot, which is pretty much anything, you're given a map of where this loot is buried, and you can bury it anywhere from Reaper's Hideout to Tribute Peak or even Old Faithful Island if you're sick. Once you have the map, you can place it on your map table to run away from your enemies, or you can head to an outpost and post it on the quest board. It's a pretty simple feature. If someone digs up your loot, you get the same reputation as you would if you turned it in, and a great big helping of seasonal renown. Right off the bat, this feature is nice but really has no benefit. Why? Well, you have to return to the outpost, so you might as well sell the loot anyway, which rewards you with gold, rep and seasonal renown anyway, without the reliance on someone digging up your treasure. It's more useful in those moments where you can stash an Athena, a vault key or something like that, fight or run away and come back for it later. We'll have to see how it plays out later in the season, as ultimately there's no real reason to use it outside a few commendations and situational moments. Rare really nailed the what on this activity, but it's really missing the why. Next up is fireworks. You can get a crate of fireworks from the Merchant Alliance, which is a really neat feature. You can shoot loads of designs into the sky, even with some exclusive ones for Pirate Legends. Along with this, you have white and red signal flares to signal your intentions or to light up the sky. A flare can even turn shadow skeletons vulnerable as they burn up in the air. The crates are 20,000 gold each and come half full. You can make some spectacular shows with this or even light up an enemy ship on fire, although it's probably best to use cannonballs. They look beautiful. The sound design is great, and whoever is in charge of this deserves at least a 50% pay rise. There's so many varieties and effects, I think this is one of the best additions, albeit a little bit pointless, but that's okay. Next on the list is sitting. Yes, we can now sit in taverns, on islands, and on the ship. Shit, even in the captain's chair, finally. This addition is going to be great as a content creator, oh I hate that word, and awesome just for immersion purposes. Now my crew can sit around and do nothing both metaphorically and physically. We can actually sit in many awesome places around the Sea of Thieves too, with some commendations to boot. Hey, it's nice and it works quite well. Again, not really anything new to do, but appreciate these tools as a YouTuber. I'll be using this a lot in the future. On a similar note, sleeping has been added and we can get some much needed shut-eye, which will even recover your health by doing this. I like this feature. Again, it'll be great for making content. Your health does recover very slowly. It's far too slow to trade off eating a couple bananas in my opinion, so this needs to be adjusted in the next patch. There's a bit of a theme for this season so far. Great for immersion, but the average player isn't really going to use this in the long term. It would be better served if each crewmate had a bed, accompanied with an overall boost to the regen rate. I think it would be awesome for immersion if we had hammocks available for all crew members. Moving on to my favourite feature of Season 5, the ability to transfer resources from crate to crate. This is f***ing sweet. I absolutely love this, it saves so much time and removes a lot of jank from looting supplies. I know some of you have concerns about a single storage crate wiping out your supplies. I can see this happening, but equally you can benefit from this too. Unless you're a solo sloop, you're definitely going to get smacked with this one. Next up is whispering. In practice, this is going to be hilarious for creating content with others in game chat, but doesn't really serve a function for your crew. What is profound is that Rare's found a way to add secondary functions for equipment, which is something I'll always support. It really leans into the tools not rules philosophy. I probably won't be using this a whole lot, but I certainly love the creativity. Rats have also been added to our ships, and they will scurry around and hide in your barrels, even moving up to escape incoming water. I believe this was planned in the pre-alpha and has finally been added to the game. This is a great step at making the game feel more lively. Along with this, enemies will drop ammo pouches, so a small change that makes double gunning viable for PvE, but the sword is still the PvE champ despite this change. I do love the addition though. There's more shanties too, with Infernal Gallop, aka the Can, Row Your Boat, and my personal favourite, Ballad of the Mer. These all slap, and more shanties is always a 10 out of 10 in my book. Again, thanks for this, Rare. The last tool is the Cannon Rowboat. This is the sort of thing I expect from this sort of update. It nails the what and why. Why do you need a Cannon Rowboat? Well, it expands the scope of PvP encounters mainly. You can have additional firepower on your sloop and brig, where on the galleon it won't really matter too much. Not only that, when you make a rowboat player, you're not defenseless like before and can seriously fuck up your pursuers. This is going to definitely increase the number of runners in the game, but alternatively, stealth is now a more viable option too. Either way, this is the thoughtfulness and effectiveness I expect from an update based around a load of small features. Now, let's move on to the rewards for players. If you manage to complete all your commendations, you'll get access to the party boat ship set and clothing. This is the first full set. Hang on, wait. No, there's no equipment. Oh well. I was going to say this is the first full set since, well, as long as I can remember, but it's not the case. These cosmetics are beautifully designed and the sword and capstan are particular standouts for me. I hope we get a theme set like this every season. There's also the Midnight Blade cosmetics, including the first mask in the game. This actually takes your beard slot. So you can look like Arthur Morgan or the bandits from Fable. It's a nice set, just not my taste. Nearly a year later, we're also getting some more Frozen Horizon cosmetics. The equipment, which I believe is the last of it, as the weapons and ship were in the Pirate Emporium and the clothing were Twitch drops. Onto the season pass with some suitably fancy Christmas items such as the Bell Brigade outfit, mistletoe fishing rod and snowbound ship lantern. The former are really well designed. I won't be wearing them though, but the latter are awesome and such a creative use for the holiday traditions. The new wheel and compass also capture the spirit of this too. I'm a fan of the Winter's Fire stuff, although they feel like they could have been expanded into the full set. And what's also great is that those horrible one-off recolors are gone too, which were designed well but were quite a low effort thing to add for a tier, especially since they'll never be finished. For Pirate Legends, we have a rather measly offering, with Merrick's Tankard and Grimm's Jacket. Both are nice items, with the latter being excellent. I can't help but wish Pirate Legends had more. There's so many legendary pirates, and 2 every 3 months is a bit of a letdown. I think 4 is a minimum, with 5 or 6 being the sweet spot. They don't have to be unique items, but it would be nice to have a bit more for Pirate Legends. On to the Plunder Pass, which is by far the best we've ever had. Remember how in Season 1 and 2 I moaned about the lack of theme? Seems like Rare took that on board. Like last season, we get a strong showing of wintry items, with an entire ship set themed on the Aurora Borealis, 3 creeping cold costumes, the Sand Angel emote, and 750 ancient coins to boot. This is by far the best Plunder Pass, and I absolutely think it should be a ship set each season and complementary items. Well done Rare for having one of the best premium passes in the industry, hats off to you. On a final note with the passes, the Season Pass awards players with the dice emotes at level 5. An idea we've been begging for a while is finally here. My crew have already used them to settle disputes such as who had to do the Kraken Vault in the Shores of Gold and who had to go through the spike traps first. 10 out of 10 for this clever addition. Over at the Pirate Emporium, we got some Barbossa themed cosmetics, just sort of randomly. Rare said they still have a contract with Disney, so expect more to come from them. The costume is neat, the emote is the standout part in my opinion. The Royal Revenge is honestly my favourite ship set though. The weapons are cool too, very swish. The only real letdown with these is that they chose to do a dog dressed as Barbossa rather than doing a monkey. They missed the mark here to do Jack as half cursed, half normal. The emotes are fantastic, as always, and they're always the best part of the Emporium, both for value and overall design. One of the strongest Emporium updates, if you like that sort of thing. And finally, rounding out the cosmetics is the new Emissary Ledger rewards, with a pistol and cutlass for the 4 main companies, so Fuzzy will be certainly happy with this one. For Pirate Legends, we have the Magpie's Glory set continuing, with the Glory Head and Glory Hull. Wait. Anyway, these are all strong cosmetics, with the Gold Hoarder sword being my favourite, and the best part is yet to come. You can now earn these cosmetics this month. We don't have to wait until the end of January for the rewards. This was another thing I moaned about and Rare actually fixed it. I really moan about a lot. Moving back to some smaller changes, your character's mouth will move when you speak in game chat. Having this is going to be nightmare fuel for my videos where my pirate is actually talking to you, just like right now. Nice feature, if a bit creepy, especially in the clown outfit. The final change Rare has made is to a few islands, mainly to Thieves Haven, adding a few traps and lifts. Same with Old Faithful, although this one could have done with a meteor, to be honest. Kraken's Fall and Plunder Valley have new ladders and bridges too, which improve the navigation of these islands. I even love this note that Rare knows how much we love Old Faithful in the patch notes. And finally, I'll touch on the events. We have Festival of Giving soon, which involves giving away treasure as always. Grogmany, which is coming at the end of the year. involves us drinking lots of grog and competing in different activities. You know how I feel about the events, but Grog Mini looks like a step in the right direction. In conclusion then, is Season 5 amazing or disappointing? It brings a load of little features that honestly have no real point, despite having some superb changes. Personally, I don't think it's worthy of a season because it's missing that hook of a new activity, which has been the cases for Season 1 to 4, and it's strangely absent here. You could argue that this is burying treasure, but I believe this is a shorter longevity than even the Sunken Kingdom. I am a bit worried about the interest in the game in 3 months' time, as this is indeed a 12-week season. We'll see how the population fares over the coming months, but fingers crossed Season 6 is going to be huge. We have some awesome standout items here, like the fireworks, the Cannon Rowboat, ammo pouches and the storage crate changes. But this season could have done with a new voyage or tall tale to edge it past the mark for me. Rare have said they wanted to add loads of features for a while, and this seems to be said features. Let's hope next is the Captain...
Ray?
Yeah?
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Okay. Fair point.
And if you want to listen to another opinion, you should check out Captain Blubber's review. It's way better. Like, he has a nice voice, and there's more hippos in his video.
So that's all for me, or us, I guess. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you like the video. The next one will finally be the start of the lore series covering the legend of the Silver Blade. How do you feel about Season 5? Please do let me know down in the comments. Thanks again for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.